Carolina. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Miami's head coach told me before the game his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Malachi Tony had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown in their victory last time out. Looking for a crease. Got enough for the first down. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the ground, he's got it again. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Throwing, Mensah. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have to start doing something different, whether it's double teams, whatever they're looking to try to accomplish? So far, it's not a surprise. The offense won. Now, defensively, what's going to be my answer? Because I can't let that guy beat me for a full football game.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he's going to bring it out. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tar Heels offense will now get its first chance with the football. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
And, man, he is going to be tasked at that QB spot with a tremendous challenge. This unit, they're top 10 in sacks, and they're going to be pinning their ears back, flying around like you've watched them on tape. And so, Palmer, when you're a QB, man, and you know you're going against guys that can get to you fast, that win, that hit quarterbacks, like, what's going through your head to start a football?
You are not going to be able to get through your entire progression. You are going 1 to 2, and if that's not open, you're taking off or you're throwing it away. You better know where your check down throw is each and every time you drop back, because against this pass rush, you are not going to have a lot of time.
He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Dropping back, it's Edwards. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Needs it here on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Working that left side now. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. It's complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Here's Mensa to throw. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment,
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Gives it to the back on the draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Hit as he throws. Unloads in the nick of time.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking for room. He gets a block. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Keep it on the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Mensah. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this. But we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Timeout called as the play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. Fires immediately. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They're all over him. Just gets rid of that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Runs through a tackle. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Finds a crease, it's Fletcher. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, they're going to RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's got room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Here's some daylight. Got the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, pressure's coming. And he gets rid of it.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hurricanes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Needs it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Fletcher. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. North Carolina will call it 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Right back to it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now and getting him stopped.
And he avoids the sack.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Edwards. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They kick it away on fourth down. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Mensah to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The snap sets up the throw. Caught over the middle. It's Vaughn. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin our whip around with Florida in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Gators, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Now back to your game in Chapel Hill. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Spins away from the defender. Enough to move the chains. There he goes. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Turning it on! Boy, he's over 100, now at 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Mensah. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got him downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Just feeds the running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Edwards. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Hurricanes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throwing, Mensah. Finds his man. It's Vaughn.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback changing the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's 3rd down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Here's Mensah to throw. Hauls it in. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Fletcher. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Hurricanes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Going to the run, it's Fletcher. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Plows his way in, close to the end zone, and the ball's out. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And the returner will be knocked down. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Miami! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Great play by the defense, taking that back for a pick 6. And as a quarterback, if you're going to throw to your running back, you've got to be accurate with it. Remember, they are not receivers. And if you make it difficult and tricky, bad things happen, and it did right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it out. It's York. And the returner will be dragged down. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Now remember, despite giving up that field goal, this is still a one-possession game, but they need the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Sets his feet, it's Edwards. Throwing right. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Tar Heels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Leaves it in his belly. Shakes off the defender. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Catch in the middle. It's Shipp. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Delayed give. It's Pringle. He's past the sticks. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. Deep in the end zone, it's York. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got it.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Catch in the middle, it's Shipp. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to pass, it's Edwards. Going to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Turns it upfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Mensah. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fletcher. Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he makes the extra point. And he'll bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the reception. They'll throw to start the drive. Got a man. It's Thurman. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
To the air, it's Edwards. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Making the adjustment. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that are working. We learn a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Got an alley. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.